Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Flying with OverKill AV-8B Harrier. And today we're going to be talking about using the JDAM. We're going to be using the JDAM with mark points from the F10 map, and we'll be doing multiple releases in a single pass. Alright? Pay very close attention to how the mark points are created, as if you do this wrong, you're going to find yourself getting very frustrated, not understanding why you're missing your target. Alright? So, first thing, as usual, let's go ahead and set our target point. It's waypoint 3 for our practice area. We're going to weapon designate. Then we are going to come over to our stores page. Now, we're not going to jump into this just yet. Actually, let's back up and let's go to our cast page for a minute. Let's go to the F10 map, and let's start looking at how to create some of these mark points. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put us into an active pause, make things a little simpler on us. Let's clear that screen. I hate that screen with a passion. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is use these circle here to create a mark point. Okay, just like this. However, and each time you select one, by the way, you need to reselect it in order to make one again. Mark points will be automatically, through a key command, uploaded into the aircraft as a target point, but there's a step that you must do first. The very first mark point you make, you need to consider it as a throwaway. Okay, and it's because the very first one we make will not be tracked by the aircraft. For example, if I were to take this one and type target 00, okay, and that's the only mark point I've got. We're going to go to the aircraft. From the cast page, we're going to go to recall. And now we're going to remember this keyboard command. Right shift, and 8. Okay, now notice it doesn't do anything. What that key command does is uploads any of the target information from the map into the computer system. Now, let's go ahead and come back to our mark point. And what I'm going to do is create another mark point right on top of it. I find it just to be easier. I don't have to worry about whether or not all of my targets are in the right location. So I'm going to type target 01. Just click out, go to F1 again. And again, same key command, right shift, 8. And now you can see our first target has arrived. Okay? So that's what I mean. The first mark point you make, and you can title it whatever you want, does not matter. But the first mark point you make is a throwaway target, or a throwaway mark point. Now, let's go ahead and make a few more. And everything after that, you just title in sequence, like you normally would. Go here, 01. And I do believe the target locations must be named accordingly. For example, let's try this for a second. We'll call this one target 3. And if we go to F1, let's see if I'm wrong. Again, right shift, and 8. Right, see? So we only picked up the one that was labeled target 01, or 02, I guess. So now let's come back to F10. So target 01. That's not right. There we go. So we got two of them named the same thing. That's interesting. All right. So let's back this out for a second. Now the other thing to remember as you do this is if we come back to F10, so we've deleted all our mark points. If we come back to the aircraft, notice it does not refresh this. It doesn't remove them from the target database. So keep that in mind. So let's go back in again. And what we're going to do is create a whole new set. So again, my throwaway. And we could even call this TA for throwaway. And throw this guy right on top. Nope. I hate it when it does this. There we go. So now type T01. T02. T03. T04. You guys catch the gist, so I'm just going to keep on going. You want to try to be as precise as you can. It was 0.6, right? Nope. All right. So now if we come back to the aircraft, we've already got 2 in there, so we should have a total of 10 at the end of this. And there you go. So what we're gonna be paying attention to, these first 2 were the first ones we created. Okay? We're not gonna be using those. So we're gonna be paying attention to these last 2 digits of the rec number. Okay, and so you can see that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 91, and 93. Okay, don't ask me what happened. Oh, I know what happened 92. We deleted it. All right, so next thing we want to do is select this guy up here. And now we're going to come into our cast page again. And let's double check that real quick. The number was 85 is where we're starting. And you can see that here, 8285. All right, now we need to assign it as a target. So we're going to go use, target, and we're going to tell it 1, enter. And we're going to keep doing that. We're going to scroll down. There's 86, use 2, enter. Should be 87, use 3, enter. And 88, use 4, enter. All right. We can launch 4 targets in any given pass. We have 4 pylons. It's important to remember the targets are associated with the pylon, not the bomb. Okay, so now we're going to go to air to ground mode, master arm up, come over here to our stores page, go to the JDAM, bring them online. Now you can either go to the fuse from here or here. I just go here, go to instant targets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is why we can only release 4. Okay, and now come over here to our EHSD, and you can see here's our in-range queue. Once we fly with inside this circle that's here, we will get another ring in here, our range queue, that will start counting down. The inner ring will start shrinking, if you will. And once it goes all the way around, we're no longer in range. We've basically flown over our target. Let's get that RWR off there. Okay. We have our target location here, number of JDAMs on board here, distance to the target, and our current bomb ring. All right, and target center ring. So now let's go ahead and unpause and get to flying. I don't know why it does that now. That's so weird. And let's speed time up. And by the way, something I have found causes a major problem. Do not speed time up after you have released your bombs. They tend to bug out. I found that out the hard way in my previous attempt at doing this recording. Alright, so we're approaching the ring. There's our inner ring. You can see it counting down for our range. We can see in range here, distance to target. Let them loose. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And now we just get to watch the paint dry for a minute. We can go ahead and find one of these guys. Let's click on this guy here. We'll hit F7, zoom out, and we'll just have to sit here and wait for a second for our bombs to come in and hit. So we can come up here. Alright, our bombs are close. Should be about 10 seconds, if that. There's 1, 2, 3, and I don't know where number 4 went. I don't even see another crater. Huh. Let's check the aircraft out for a second. Yeah, nope, 1 on each pylon. I have no idea where that 4th one went. There it is. Okay, so just to give you guys a heads up, I have found this to be very, very common. I have tested 2 bombs, multiple runs, 4 bombs, multiple runs, 3 bombs, couple runs, which, by the way, not a fun loadout in the Harrier. Asymmetric loadout in the Harrier sucks. And I have found a very high probability. I would say 80% of runs, you will find that one bomb misses. So this is definitely a buggy way of doing this. And in the next video, we'll go over the targeting pod, but I want you guys to be aware of that. This is not uncommon. Don't necessarily think you've done something wrong. If we go to our F10 map, we don't have a target location over here. Okay, so there's no way it could have grabbed anything out there. And again, this is just something I have seen consistently over and over and over again. All right, so let's go ahead and show the re-attack. So the re-attack, we're just going to repeat the same process. We're going to go back to the cast menu. All right, and we can do our recall here. And you can see where we left off right here at number 6. All right, and so now we want 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's going to be digits 89 through 93, which I still don't know what happened. Oh, yeah, that's right, we deleted 92. All right, so again, we're going to step down. There's 89, use, and we're going to start over. 1, enter. 2, oh, it helps if you hit use. 2, enter. 3, enter. And finally should be 93. 4, enter. All right, so from here, all we do is bring her around and we're ready to go again. Oh, not true. Not true. Let's go back to our stores page, and we need to reset the JDAMs. Okay, so we're going to do that again. Make sure your fusing is right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now bring her around. Just keep on pulling. You can see the in-range circle will start to grow a bit as we turn towards. All right, I'm going to go ahead and speed time up. Like I said, it doesn't seem to have an issue until you release the bombs. But once you release your bombs, don't speed time up. Again, it's one of those I have noticed more often than not that it causes a problem and the bombs miss. How far you be able to drop these bombs will be based on how fast you're going and how high you are. The higher and the faster, the longer the range. Alright, coming into range now. And there's our in range. And let's start pickling some bombs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll be back with you guys as the bombs get closer. Alright, bombs are coming in. One, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4 solid hits on that one. So anyway, that is the basics of using the JDAM with the mark points, multiple targets with a single pass. Just remember to create that throwaway point. Make sure that you remember that first target location you create will not be used. Start with T00. 00 means 0 means no target. And then do T01. Name the scheme correctly. And then after that, you guys should be good to go. Definitely a very effective way to use it. I think the targeting mishaps is just... I think it's a bug, but I can't decide if that's a bug or just because it's using UTM coordinates versus like precise waypoint and things like that, or precise target location. But it's hard to say. It's hard to say, but hopefully it's something that gets ironed out. But I mean, all in all, you know, one truck survived our attack. So I think that we did pretty good. Anyway, as always, guys, if you guys liked and enjoyed this one, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell for a notification of future content. Questions and comments always down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself, folks.